Hey, thanks for tuning in to Off-Road Stuff today. I got a couple things I want to work on today. Well, really one. Maybe we'll get to the second half if we have time. But at any rate, thanks for following along. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell for notification. Most importantly, be safe in whatever you're doing, whether you're wheeling, working, whatever. Because, yeah, I'm not trying to be rude. But I got that little guy stuck someplace where it shouldn't have been, and it's one of the reasons why we really haven't seen anything in a minute. So just letting this thing heal up. Didn't want to push it. The weather's been a little warm over here, so that hasn't really helped. By the time I get off work, I've been pretty tired and just chilling out the rest of the day before I got to go back and deal with it again. So anyways, so what we got here is we got us a set of MotoBilt. They're the rocker panel body armor kit, 3/16 raw steel, countersunk holes obviously. Comes with a bag of hardware, so you get stainless tapered bolts and nut zerts. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to try to get these things up here, get them mounted on. I want to start working on the layout for some like tubing type rock sliders that I'm going to put on here, like a step combo kind of deal. So anyways, yeah, I got these off Amazon. They're roughly $200. I think you can get them on their website. Works out about the same. I think they're a little cheaper on their website, but then they charge you for the shipping. So I think in the end it works out about the same. Anyways, yeah, so far so good. Looks great. So let's get started and see how this turns out. Okay, so not really sure what to do as far as referencing for flat, square, plumb, level, or any of that other good stuff. So I'm just using the old dichrometer right now. Kind of looks good. I think it needs to go this way. I'm looking at this gap here, this gap here. Not really sure if it matters, but I'm kind of trying to think if there's anything that down the road I might kind of be shortchanging myself with as far as placement goes. But this right here looks really good on that body line. Like I said, I think I might go this way just a hair. Because one thing I don't want to do, that I don't think matters, though, is, when you drill your hole, that to put the nut zert in there, that if I move it too close this way, or if it's too far this way, if there's something on the back side that's going to interfere with. But I think we're okay. We'll get me a tape measure, pull a couple numbers. All right, so this is probably just a whole bunch of overkill, but that's just how my little squirrel brain works here. Is I came to this seam here, and there's another seam here, and I just pushed my tape up against the outside of that one, and then over here we are on the outside of this one. We're at 19, so half of that, we're at 19 and a half. I put my little center mark right there. And this panel was that way, just a little bit off center. So now, if you see, I put my square right there, and we're basically dead center in this hole right here. And then I checked this here and this, same thing here and over here, and everything looks pretty okay to me. And then the next thing I did is I put my little angle finder on here and I zeroed it, and I came down to here, checked it, and it says that we're 2.3 degrees down in the front. But if I come over here, it says we're 0.1 up. And back here, it says 0.3 up. So I just think this thing is, you know, from when they press brake it and everything, things get slightly tweaked. So none of these two levels are not perfectly level, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So at any rate, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out, I'm going to mark probably these 3, maybe 4 holes.
They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be like by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind.
All right, well, as you can see, I got the passenger side on here. Same process, found my center mark, kind of eyeballed it, kind of level or whatever. But the one thing I did different on this that helped a lot was I literally did these like 1 or 2 at a time. So I did my first one here, you know, drilled a hole, put the insert, got it tight, excuse me, put it back up here, put my bolt back in, just kind of snug, got it kind of leveled again, and then I marked this one and this one, and I actually used these little self-clicking center punches, so it got me pretty close. But then what I did do is, where'd it go? Well, anyways, so this hole is 1/4 inch because it takes a 1/4 bolt. So I just took a 1/4 inch drill bit and basically just kind of centered it in the hole and kept my bit or my drill straight, and went through. Like I said, then I came back and put my nut zerts, put it back together. Went to the next one. I did like this one and this one, and then came up and I punched these, drilled them, took it apart, put them back together, and I just kept doing it over and over again. I think it's a longer process, but I had less issues with fitment as far as my holes working out perfect. Matter of fact, I don't really think I had any that had an issue. These ones, the upper ones on the top and the front and the back, the plates aren't molded to the body when you get them. They're basically flat, so the tops are going to stick out a little bit. So what it is, I just kind of put a clamp over here to kind of hold it as close as I could while I did the holes, and it seemed to work out okay. Definitely when you're putting it in there, you just want to get your bolt started. Like, you know, I was even going like 1/2 or 3/4 of a turn until I got them all in there, and just kind of went around so that make sure it sucked up even and didn't, you know, push anything one way or the other. But that was it. Thanks a lot.